The Viewedge CS27FK is an affordable 1080p gaming monitor with a 27-inch display and a 180Hz refresh rate. This gaming monitor retails for $149, but you can pick this up with a huge discount if you buy right now. So let's go ahead and find out if this is the gaming monitor for you. This gaming monitor comes packed in a very thin and simple package with not much graphic details on it. But that's okay because they are passing some of the savings from a fancy box onto you. Inside the box you will find the 5-foot power cable that has a fairly small brick on the plug end. The cable is very thin and the length is adequate to route across your desk. Inside you will also find the user guide alongside an HDMI cable. I am surprised that they didn't include a DP cable in here, but it's fine since you get the 180Hz with the HDMI cable alone. So the stand comes in two pieces and there's no tool required to put these together. Just simply insert the neck into the base until it locks into place. This gaming monitor features a durable plastic outer shell with a matte finish that is fingerprint resistant. It also has a thin design from the top section and it has some junk in that trunk, where it houses the connection ports and speaker. Speaking about connections, there's the power port, 2 HDMI ports, 1 DP port and the aux connection. So the stand has a fairly small footprint so it won't take up too much room on your desk and it has a fixed angle. Now you are able to tilt the display down and up, but you will need to physically move the entire monitor with the stand to make any angle adjustments and place it on top of a box or something to raise its height. The good thing is that this supports the 75x75 VESA mounts, so you can put this on a monitor arm, and that's the route that I went with. The display features an IPS panel offering consistent image quality from nearly every angle. This also has a matte finish which helps reduce glare from overhead lamps or nearby windows. The screen brightness has a level of 280 nits, which is not very bright, but sufficient for indoor use. I haven't experienced any issues with visibility. I normally keep the brightness around 90% during the day and lower it to about 70% at night. The display includes slim bezels on the top and side, and it has a slightly thicker chin, giving it a sleek and modern look. Despite being an IPS panel, it delivers a solid 3 millisecond response time. This is the amount of time it takes for the pixel on the screen to change color. It might not be the 1 millisecond response time that high-end gaming monitors have, but keep in mind that IPS panels typically sit at 4 milliseconds to 6 milliseconds. And the lower that the response time is, the slightly higher price tag that it comes with. So it's good to see a low response time without having a higher price tagged onto it. The cool thing is that you can enable the moving picture response time in the setting, and this is abbreviated MPRT. This optimizes the motion clarity by controlling how long a pixel stays illuminated on your screen. When activated, this feature reduces motion blur by limiting the persistence of each frame, achieving a 1 millisecond MPRT for smoother and sharper visuals during fast-paced action. This also comes with a 1 millisecond input lag, which is awesome for gaming. This means that the delay from when you press your keys is very short to when the action shows up on your monitor. The display has a full HD resolution of 1920 by 1080p and an 8-bit color system. It also covers 105% of the sRGB color gamut, which gives you some well-balanced colors. It makes it enjoyable to not only play games on it, but also watch movies or YouTube videos. Over the past month, this has been fantastic for gaming. The 180Hz refresh rate provides very smooth performance, and there has been very minimal motion blur, and I was also impressed by the minimal amount of ghosting on this. I couldn't see any at all while gaming. This also supports adaptive sync, which matches the frame rate from your GPU. And if you enable this, this will help with reducing screen tearing and stuttering for an even better experience. Now, one thing to note is that if you enable the MPRT, you won't be able to enable the adaptive FreeSync. It's either you get the adaptive FreeSync or you get the 1 millisecond MPRT. Like on many budget monitors, the speakers are one area where the display falls a bit short. And here's a quick sound test to give you an idea of what that sounds like. The speakers are quite loud, but they sound a little hollow when you go above 70% of the volume, so there isn't much depth to it. The good thing is that they don't distort at the maximum volume, and they're loud enough for a quiet room with minimal background noise. I would highly recommend you buy headphones or a set of speakers. For everyday use, they get the job done, but they're not going to fill a large space. These are good speakers while you save up to buy some headphones or speakers. Now going over the settings, this has 5 physical buttons. The E changes your input source. Pressing the right arrow pulls up the speaker volume, while pressing the left arrow first pulls up the brightness slider. This was very well done. I like being able to adjust these on the fly without needing to dig into the settings. The M button opens up the menu settings, and I did notice that the menu button is a little finicky. It takes a couple of tries to get it to register the input. This is something that could be improved on. Once you're in the settings, you can adjust the brightness, contrast, and black level. From here you can also switch between your display modes. There is standard, energy, game, and movie to select from. If you enable the MPRT, you also won't be able to change the display mode, so something to keep in mind. Overall, the Viewedge CS27FK is a fantastic monitor to pick up that isn't overly expensive while providing some very good gaming features. The good color and the fast 180Hz refresh rate along with the fast response time provides an excellent gaming experience. The speakers on this could have been a little better, but it won't be a big issue if you have your own headphones or speakers. If you are looking to pick up a gaming monitor for your FPS and competitive fast-paced games on a budget, I would highly recommend this. But if you're more into adventure and more slower-paced games, I would say go with a 1440p monitor. And Viewedge actually sells a 1440p monitor that you can also check out. If you are interested in picking this monitor up, I will leave the link in the description. Alright, so that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more tech-related content, and I will talk to you on the next one.